Hi, today I will show you how to make this spiral effect. It's just some points distributed in several spiral curves. It's very simple and I will show you how to make it. So here, let's go to geometry nodes here. So the first step, we need some spirals here. So we can preview the spirals and we need to change the radius. Give the same value to the start and end radius. Like maybe value I will give 0.5, yeah, and height maybe 5, rotation maybe 5, yeah. That's the first spiral, and we will make maybe 2 layers, 3 layers, or 4 layers to make this effect looks better. So let's make the first layer. So here we have one spiral, we need more, not just this simple spiral. So we will use instance on element, and then don't connect to geometry here. Connect to instance here, and we will need the and I think mesh circle here connected to geometry. Then we have this spiral, and it seems not in the correct direction. I want the spiral curve to stand up, so I will rotate instance to make them stand up. So minus 90 degree here, and you will have this effect. And first, let's change the angle of this camera. So we have this parameter here, change them to 0. Okay, and put it in the center. We will tweak the z-axis to make the animation. Okay, change the name of the geometry spiral. So let's go to preview, and we don't want this kind of spiral. It looks, I think it looks great. If you want this effect, it looks great. I want then, I will change the radius of the circle 0.1, and I want this effect. Yeah, many spirals stacked together, and I think there are too many of them. So I will decrease the vertex to 20. So this looks much better. Okay, remember to save them before it crashes. Okay. So this is the first layer of spirals. So then I will distribute points on the spirals. So I will use a realize instance, and then there is a node called curve to point, and then maybe length, yeah, maybe 0, 0, 1, maybe 0, 0, 5, 2, yeah, maybe like this. So we have the particles, and the particle looks too big, so I will set the radius of the particles. So 0, 0.5, not good, too big, and 0, 1, and I think that looks much better. And then we try to render this, give it the default material. Go to render, go to shading, and just give it a very simple emission to test it. So go to cycle and go to GPU and check the render. The reason we have the cubes here because we connected to preview to viewer. We need to connect to group output. So we preview here. We will have these curve lines. So actually they're points, but they are connected together. So I think, yeah. So I think you can see that So I can tweak the code to points, make more points here. Okay, and go down, you can see more points. Maybe I think the radius of the curve line is too big. Maybe decrease that. So yeah, that looks much better. And the radius of the point, they are the same radius. It looks boring. So here I will use random value. Copy the radius to maximum and connect the random here. Okay, copy paste. Yeah, copy paste. You will have like some points are big, some points are small, and if you like to be accurate, you can connect the ID here. So sometimes it will change something, sometimes not, and you can change the seed to have different like effect, different set. So I think this is the first layer. It's very simple. Then we copy the first layer and paste it here. We make the second layer here. We can preview. No, we are in render mode, so we can't preview that. We can only connect to group outlet and then tweak that. So here we want less spiral and maybe more height to change the shape of the spiral. And let's change the radius. Maybe less points, 0, 2. Yeah, and change the radius of the points 2 to make it bigger, to make it look like different from the last one. And next we can yeah, here I forgot that such a radius. Give it a different seed to make it different. And then copy that and paste it here. And connect it to output. So here maybe we have like maybe 4 vertex and the height turn to 10 to make it much different. And curve to points, the gap change to 5. Yeah, like this, much better. And the size of the radius, the size of the point A5, yeah, looks better. Next step, we will join all the points. Join all the points. Here, join together and give them the same material. So we can see from the rendering, these are the points. These are the like the default rendering. I can render an image. Here you can see it looks good. So to make it like much better, you may like extract some particles from this system. I extracted them by noise. I can compare the noise. If it's less than something, maybe 0.6, I choose the points and connect to output. I choose these points. And maybe you can see some of the, let's go to default, no, not here. Let's set the radius. Yeah, maybe 0, 0. Use the default radius and multiply, no, mass multiply. Maybe 10, yeah, So you can see if you use noise to choose these particles, like they will stick together, and sometimes you think it's good, sometimes not. So if you don't want that, you can use just a random. But if you want to stick to noise, you can just change the size of the noise to 50. You can have much more random effect. So here I will change the radius, make it just a little bit bigger, like this. And I don't want these particles to cover the older particles, so I will make a transfer here. Maybe give it in the z-axis, give it a rotation, maybe like 10. Okay, then join these particles together so you can see the difference. So that's what I need. Then let's go to render, and you will find a bug here. I will show you. So this material 1, I call it 1, and copy that, give it 2. So I want the second layer have the material 2. So let's go to render. This first layer I give it to, oh no, this is second. First layer I want a blue color. Second layer I want a red color. So you will find that you don't have red particles here because it's a bug. It's a glitch that the first layer's material kind of covered this material, so this material is not in effect. So I can't solve this because I can't code. So I use a stupid solution, just a noise, and ramp the color of the noise. Oh, this is material 2. I need to connect to material 1. So here, change that. Just change that by noise. So blue color, pink color, and drag, then you will have different color particles like this. So if you want to have like much more random effect, you just tweak the scale. Yeah, if you want like a gradient effect, you just increase the decrease the scale like this, 0.1, 0.5, 0. No, just 1. You will find this effect. And you can also tweak like connected to object like this. Just have the effect you want. Okay, this is shading, and then we render an image here. And let's go to composite. So next step we will stick to composite. It's very simple. We just use glare to glare the 4 particles, the balloon. So it's necessary to have balloons in particles. And yeah, fog balloon. So yeah, zoom out a bit. So we will have a balloon and fog. You can tweak the threshold. Just tweak them. And then use RGB curve. So you can tweak them like this. Maybe RGB curve before. Maybe put them here. I think much better, yeah. Yeah, I want the background all black, clear black. So you can have glows here, have fog glow and balloon here. And you can also have like tune image here to tweak some values. Just tweak some values. And maybe try this. You have this blur. If you have this, if you use this, you can kind of ignore the motion blur in this effect, because the motion blur is in the same direction as this direction blur in this effect, just in this effect, not in other effect. So it looks maybe give another fog glow, maybe another. So you can continuously tweak this effect with these usable nodes to get what you want in your mind. Okay, this is today's tutorial, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.